Hi there, do you know the difference between gram, garbanzo, and chana? Actually, all are my nicknames. I am Chickpea. I belong to the Fabaceae family, and my botanical name is Sisal arietnum. In this video, I will talk about my life, how you can grow me, and multiply one seed to many seeds. My ancestor was domesticated in the area near Turkey thousands of years ago and spread to Egypt, Mediterranean region, and India. Currently, India produces more than half of the world's chickpeas. Why? Because I prefer warm, dry climate. For cultivation, the temperature should be 20 to 30 degrees during the day and above 18 degrees at night. If it surpasses 35 degrees, there will be more flower abortion, meaning that flowers will stop growing. If the temperature drops below 15 degrees, pollen viability will be reduced and more flower drops will be observed. Both will reduce the potential yield. In a temperate climate, you can sow me twice a year, in spring between February and May, and in autumn between September and December. Sow 3 to 4 seeds per pot and cover with 2 centimeters of soil. With a temperature above 20 degrees, I will germinate in 5 to 7 days. Plants sown together in a pot will support each other as they grow. It is possible to sow directly onto the field or in a greenhouse if the temperature is favorable. Either way, it is better to wet the soil before sowing. Please do not soak me before sowing or water too much afterwards, as this will bruise my cotyledons and make them susceptible to diseases. When I am 7 to 8 centimeters in height, you can transplant me. The place should have full sun, loose and well-drained soil, and a pH between 5.5 and 7. Remember, warm and dry. Also, the soil should not be rich in nitrogen because it will promote vegetative growth, too many leaves and stems, and only few flowers and seeds. Legumes or beans host special microorganisms inside and around their roots who help us capture nitrogen from the air. Therefore, nitrogen fertilizer is rarely needed. Oh, by the way, space between plants should be 10 to 20 centimeters and between rows 20 to 40 centimeters. I grow to around 50 centimeters in height. After 2 to 3 months from sowing, my flowers start to bloom, which are white, purple, or bluish depending on the cultivar. First, my pods are green. You can eat these like green beans and snap beans. Then, the pods start to dry and turn brown. 100 days or so after sowing, I am ready for harvest. Take out the entire plant from the ground, dry further in a rain-shed environment, and remove the seeds from the pods. Each pod contains 1 to 3 seeds. I do indeed prefer dry conditions, but if there is no rain, please irrigate once before sowing, before flowering, and while pod is developing. However, excessive rain or irrigation after sowing, during flowering and seed maturity can lead to yield loss. Now, potential problems. Tiny insects such as aphids and leafhoppers suck juice from my body. While doing so, they also transmit diseases. Larvae of pot borer munch on the inner parts of my pots. Bean beetles eat fresh and stored beans, so please take care even after harvest. Some insects do help me, such as ladybugs and parasitic wasps, who are the natural enemies, and bees and beetles who pollinate my flowers. I may also get sick. Blight, caused by fungi such as Sclerotinia and Ascochyta, causes spots on the leaves and yield loss. Mosaic virus makes yellow spots on leaves and eventually leaves will shrink. This virus is transmitted by insects and tools. I need to mention an immune system I have. The hair on my stems, leaves, and young pods produce natural acids such as malic acid and oxalic acid, which help me fight these insects and diseases. This system is of course not perfect, but it helps. If you notice health problems in me, please observe the situation carefully and take the optimal measure. Remember, pesticides are the last resort, and there are many other ways to tackle problems, like cultural prevention, physical measures, and natural enemies. Finally, since I am a legume, I can be incorporated into your crop rotation schedule and intercropping. In India, they usually rotate me with corn, millet, rice, or sorghum. In the US, There is a case with me, wheat and barley. In Japan, they plant me after onion. How do you want to eat your chickpeas? I love hummus, falafel, soup, and now I want to try chickpea sprouts. But first, I'm going to sow some seeds. Are there any other crops you want to know about? Please leave a message in the comment section below. Thank you and see you!